Hi, I'm Johnny and I'm here at the RS700 and RS800 National Championships. Of course, I'm biased. I'm going to say it's a fantastic venue. We're here at Castle Cove Sailing Club. We've had one day of racing, 2 races, and first off, RS700. Please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about the boat and the championship.
Hi, so I'm Matt Carter. I've been in sailing the 700 now for about 6 years. It's a single-handed skiff, and it's nice and fast, and it really enjoys the bit of wind.
And you had a bit of wind today.
We did. We had
2
more
races,
wind.
bit of wind, bit of swimming for some. What was it like for the fleet?
It was, well, I think it was quite challenging. There's quite a few people in the fleet that are new into the class this year, and it was pretty challenging conditions for, I think, for everyone, but certainly for
including the race
back
officer, maybe. It's, I normally introduce this place as sunny Weymouth. I cannot tell a lie, but the wind has been fantastic, and we have had this flat water, which in the difficult wind, it does make the boat handling easier.
Yeah.
What would your top tips be for people who are thinking about getting into the class?
I think you can pick up boats pretty cheaply now. So, you know...
Well, the class has been around, 20 years?
20
Have I got
years,
that right?
yeah, that's right. So we've got our anniversary this year. And
I'm glad I got that one right.
Yeah, but there's quite a few boats around that you can get pretty cheap. And actually, I would just say come along to an event, because there are so many. It's such a friendly fleet. We'll all help you set it up in the way it needs to be set up.
And you mix with the 800s as well a lot of the time. So the social side, you can't really see this from the video. There's a lot of people here enjoying the hospitality. Yeah,
you know, we've got like 30 boats from the 700s and then 30 or plus boats from the 800s. And there's 2 of them.
People between
100
friends.
people. It's brilliant, and that means we can have our fleets here and take over the whole club.
Yeah, you've done
which
done
is
that.
Fantastic. Yeah, there's no room in the park at all. It's brilliant.
And going forward, we've got, 3 races, 2 races? Thoughts for the rest of the week?
I'm really looking forward to getting out in the bay and trying to find some waves tomorrow.
Earlier start.
Earlier start. Hopefully it'll be just as windy as today. I think it was windier than the forecast today as well.
It always is, but again, I'm biased.
Yeah.
But no, I think probably tomorrow a bit more westerly, and so you should have some really classic Weymouth Bay stuff out there.
I'm really looking forward to that. It'll be great.
Perfect.
The challenge.
Thanks very much for your time. I'm sure you're looking forward to your dinner. Have a good rest and good luck tomorrow.
Cheers. Thanks very much.
And now it's time to talk to the RS800s. As you might have guessed, this is a 2-man boat, and you guys have had a lot of fun today as well. Can you just introduce yourself to the folks at home and tell us a little bit about the boat and the similarities and differences between the 700 and the 800?
Well, I'm Fred Lord. It's Louise Gale. She's my other half, and obviously the great thing about the 8 is you can sail with
your other half.
Your other half.
We'll ask you about that in a minute. but about the boat.
Yeah, so really nice twin trapeze boat, nice light, easy to sail. To be honest, for the speed you go, the fun you get.
But high performance.
Absolutely,
very high performance, especially on a day like today. You wouldn't believe it looking in the background with the flat water of Portland. But
so flying around day like today, twin wiring, which if I still had a 49er, I'd definitely have just been swimming. So. Yeah, it's great for that.
So high performance for the club sailor. Can I say that?
I think so.
It's forgiving. I learnt to sail.
Forgive it. Thank you.
I learnt to sail in the 800,
as in your first ever boat.
Yeah, and I'm still here 5 years later.
So that must say something. And the difference between the 700 and the 800, because walking around the boat park, unless people have buy their boats, it's quite hard to tell.
Well, you get the jib on the 8 as well, fairly obviously, but the main difference is the second person to help you along.
Okay, so how's that going? Being a couple, and I guess on a windy day like today, you're really never that far apart unless something's gone wrong.
Yes, it's only a little bit of shouting. No, today wasn't too bad. Sometimes there can be an odd bit of screaming, but it's generally...
Screaming is 1 octave above scratch.
It's when you're about to crash level, but no, it's generally quite good fun, and yeah.
It's, I know, something nice to do together. I think when I was growing up, I was always like, I like sailing, but there's that worry that, you're the man goes off sailing whilst the wife sits at home kind of thing.
And this is obviously never going to happen.
Yeah.
But how did you get into the 800? What's your sort of previous sailing background?
So I sailed a lot of a kid. I think my parents have got a photo somewhere to bring out to embarrass me, sat in a baby seat attached to the backstay of a Sigma 33.
Probably with a life jacket that was orange, made of small
Absolutely,
bubbles.
The big.
The
big thing around the back as well, I'm sure. But and so then got into kind of toppers. Had an RS600,
which is the single hand,
so that's
but without the kite.
single hander, no kite, and because of that, it was really tippy. So always that was an interesting boat to sail. And then I got a 49er just kind of as around the time of starting university, mainly because my dad wanted to have a go in a 49er. So if he got one, he had an excuse. And then ended up living in Cambridge, not able to afford a car to get to sailing and a boat to go sailing in. So stopped for a few years.
Met me.
Met you.
and you wanted to go sailing, presumably, or was it an arm twisting?
On a few sailing holidays first before we committed and bought the boat. But we tried a few different ones. We tried hiking. I don't like hiking, and the trapezing.
I don't think anybody really likes hiking. But
I like trapezing. So.
Okay, well that's
And
good.
so at that point, there was the 800 was kind of the obvious boat. As you say, much more forgiving than the 49er. So.
But you're going quick, and you have
quick,
that asymmetric.
And to be honest, we were sailing a hiking boat a few weeks ago, and when it blows up and you're going slowly upwind, it's not very fun. But we missed the start of the first race, so got the time wrong today. Still just a blast sailing around in the 8 in a blow.
Well, top tip, tomorrow's out in the bay, so do allow yourself a little bit more time to get out there.
We got there with loads of time. We were checking out the wing mark. It was great.
Oh, so you were there, but you missed the start.
Yeah, we were the other end of the course.
Okay, I blame the coach. I don't know what to say to that, but really fun day today. What do you think about the rest of the week? You had a little eye out for the forecast?
Yeah, it looks breezy, so if we are out in the bay tomorrow, that could get a bit more interesting.
Waves,
yeah.
chop, waves, yeah. I think it'll be interesting.
See what it's like.
I think we normally do fairly well in the windier stuff, actually, because we can normally stay upright, and that always
helps.
It always helps, actually.
Mast in the air and foils in the water, yep.
So, well, now you've jinxed us for tomorrow, haven't you?
It's right. It's all recorded as well, and it will go out after the racing. So there we go.
Then when everyone can see our last place tomorrow, there we go. But
there's some great wind forecast this week. Apart from Sunday, it looks 3 days of great wind. So
brilliant. Well, you never know. Forecast for Sunday might change. Thank you ever so much for your time. Best of luck tomorrow.
Cheers, John.
Cheers.